Rocks are of great importance in East Africa. We also have another key thing. This next point is my hobby. Actually, it is my side job besides teaching. I like traveling. Actually, I have a tour company called Cohenville Tours and Travels. You can also be part of it every year. We organize and travel across East Africa because we study geography. Paper one. Now, rocks form beautiful sceneries. The word beautiful means something appreciable according to the one who is having it. I've had some claim that beauty lies in the hands of the beholder. The fact is, when I went to Nyakashura, I've gone there several times in Kabarole district, I discovered that the landscape was unique and they were calling it a karst landscape. Karst meaning area of limestone. While in Nyakashura, I saw very many people of different origins. Some people were coming from the United States of America, some were coming from UK, United Kingdom, some were coming from France, Paris, some were coming from South America, Argentina, Buenos Aires, some were coming from Brazil. So all of them had come to tour the beautiful scenery and the beautiful stories behind the caves at Nyakashura, what we call Amabere Ganyamuyu. The word Amabere is a Toro word which means breasts. Then Ganyamuyu. Muyu was, I think, somebody who is a king called Bukuku. That man who killed those people and became a king there. So that story is so nice and well told if you are in Nyakashura. So please one day organize with your family to go for Christmas or for Eid al-Adha or El-Fitri in Nyakashura for a trip. So when tourism occurs, for example at Mumeni Iselberg or Tororo Rock, when you're moving from Bustema, you will start seeing something beautiful in the space. And they will tell you that is the Tororo Rock. In your free time, I want to look at a bag of cement from Tororo. You are going to see a rock there on that photo. That is the Tororo Rock. Actually, 2 years ago, I was on top of that rock on that bar. Even you can go there. But as you're traveling, the government is enjoying it. So why? You're paying tax. You are providing market to the local people. You are buying their commodities. You are buying local crafts. People are bringing in foreign exchange. Now, if we pay tax, if we bring in foreign exchange, what next? The government will be able to construct infrastructures like roads, football stadiums, among others. Then, minerals, rather, rocks are a source of mineral ore for extraction. For example, gold, diamonds, tin, beryllium, all occurring in diamond. Now, all these minerals are of great value. Gold, great value. Gold can even be used in bullions. The word is bullion, let me spell it. B-U-L-L-I-O-N, bullions. Bullions, this can be a form of currency in some banks. You can use it in form of money, and you can even buy using gold, by the way, if you didn't know. Or you can use gold on the motherboard. In the computer, there is a part called the motherboard, and the motherboard contains computers, rather gold. Actually, if you look at old computers, you can recycle the gold and remove it. I'm not saying to break your father's computer. They may chase you out of the land. Don't break it. But the fact is there is gold. Or it can be used to make jewelry. The same applies to diamonds, which can be used to make cutting tools because of its nature of hardness, it being a metamorphic rock. Then rocks are reservoirs. When I say reservoirs, this can be like a storage unit. You find a hard rock containing something looking like a tank. So water is stored there. And the best examples of these rocks, which are impermeable, the word impermeable means it can't allow water to infiltrate. I can use a different word, to percolate or to pass through. If you're a layman, you can say to pass through. But the thing is to infiltrate or to percolate. So the water is kept intact and provides water for domestic and industrial use. When I say domestic, I mean home. To do what? For bathing, cooking, washing the car, irrigating crops, among others. In the factory, it is commonly used as a cooling agent. It cools machines, mixing detergents for cleaning, and also used in boilers and other items. If you look at areas which have impermeable rocks, you can look around the northern shores of Lake Victoria in areas of ginger. The word ginger is a Luganda word which means a rock, but the Soga version is a dinda, meaning a rock between Buganda and ginger. That rock is also very high. If you look at Kampala, Wakiso, all of them, they have water used in these cities as piped water. Then, if you go further, rocks provide opportunities for study and research purposes. I told you before that some of you are going to study courses like geology at big universities like Mbarara, University of Science and Technology. You can go to Macquarie University. You can go to Kigumba Petroleum Institute to study about rocks. But you must carry out research. The aim of research is to discover new knowledge. And new knowledge can be used for economic development. Then, I've told you that rocks like kaolin, this is a new word to you. Kaolin is Kaolin. Clay are used to make ceramics. These are nice pottery items. Those of you who are doing finance know better about ceramics. Things like cups. Somebody can make a cup from clay and even make it unique with your name appearing. We have pots for storing water. We have tiles. I know many of you have, your houses have tiles at home. Then, the best example can be Uganda Clays Factory at a place called Kajansi, that is along Kampala to Entebbe Highway. Or, if you are living in Kampala and you are going to Masaka, there is a place called Maya. They also make clay there. Then, rocks, like rock salt I've told you already, contain mineral elements like iodine, which is used in prevention of diseases like goiter and other ailments. Goiter is a disease which attacks the throat. The throat swells. I don't know if you met something with it. It means they lack goiter, rather iodine in their body. So they get a disease called goiter. Now, I told you there are two sides involved. We also have the negative stroke problem, stroke the other side of rocks. And I say that areas with porous rocks, such as Kisoro, have limited surface water. What do I mean by porous rocks? These are rocks which will easily allow water to infiltrate. The word infiltrate means to enter into the rock and even go through it. One time I gave an experiment in the laboratory. I know some of you are geographers, but I've never gone to the laboratory. When you go to the lab, I want to pick a soil sample of clay, loam and sand. Pour water in them and count 5 minutes for each. And you see which bucket will dry faster. I bet clay won't dry faster, but sand will dry faster because of the high porosity. Porous material holes which will allow water to percolate easily and dry up. So if you go to areas like Nyakashura, Tororo, the water is very scarce. Why? The rocks can't hold water much. But if you move around Lake Victoria regions, in areas of Wakiso, when you go to Masaka, in areas of Bukakata, Nabugabo, you discover that they have a lot of water because of the clay type of rocks they are involved. Then, some rocks, such as limestone, break down into infertile, skeletal, and thin soils, which can support crop cultivation. You all know that most areas have a growing population, and without food, you can't support this big population. Therefore, with limestone soils, surely crop cultivation can be favored. Then, hard roads are barriers to transport and communication. If you go to Kabale, constructing a road in the desert islands is very expensive because the roads are very high. The same applies to Kisoro. At least I've been to all these places. The roads only wind around mountainous regions. Why? They are trying to dodge the harder roads. But the more you dodge the harder roads, the more expensive constructing a road becomes. That's why governments in East Africa end up borrowing a lot of money to develop the roads. So we are still exhausting the negative sides. Today I've only given you 15 points, but you can go ahead and expound more. You research. However, for that particular question I gave at first, part B was only requiring you to give around 12 points to scoop the 2 marks. But we can go ahead and do more work. So we're looking at lateritic rocks. If you move along Kampala to Masaka Road, there is a place called Uganda Koki Hills. I know you might have heard of the people called Kamswaga. I don't know if you've heard of them. Those princes who ran out from Europe and go to asylum in Uganda, they were Koki, the Koki. When you look at the Koki Hills, you discover that on top of those hills, there are white stones appearing on them. Why? All the top soils have been washed away, and then these soils have been exposed, rather the lateritic rocks. Now, these rocks, which are lateritic, will easily not be eroded, forming young rocks which can support agriculture at all. So if you look at areas like Wakiso, Mukono and Kayunga, all these areas are near Lake Victoria. Kayunga is the extreme side of Musoga. As you are looking into Musoga, actually it's also crossed by that river called Nile, even Zazibwa River. Then Wakiso, it's a very wide expanse of land. Then Mukono, they all have these lateritic log outcrops which hinder agricultural productivity. And of course, when agriculture is tampered with, food becomes a challenge. I'm not scaring you, but in 2030, there is a likelihood of famine. So you can start preparing your food in advance, but don't be scared. One time somebody was scaring me about scenarios like pandemics of lockdowns, that in 2030 there is famine, in 2050 some wild animals will come and eat us all from heaven. Then I asked him, do you think I should die today or I live? This person told me, no, you don't need to fear. Whatever comes will take out some people and some will remain. So, but I must tell you that in 2030 there's a likelihood of famine. You can now see, it is July, but the sun is too much. Last year, I was very keen. On 15th of July, rains were very heavy. But now we are in 23rd, rains are nowhere. Let me tell you, this spell may move up to August. You will see how bills will become expensive. You will see how your school fees will increase. Don't I can tell you, you'll thank me later. So, these rocks are not so good. Then lastly, but not the least, we have what we call pests. A pest is a living organism that attacks and destroys crops. It even attacks man. If you look at a pest like mosquito, they are almost everywhere. They move around the house. There are some areas you go to, when you enter a mosquito net and you switch off power, you may think you're in a discotheque of mosquitoes. And they start circling you until you get malaria. And by the way, are you aware that every day, at least 20 people die or more because of malaria? Are you aware? Even as I speak, somebody has died. May his soul rest in peace. Now, pests are so bad. There are some pests which look like caterpillars. They are found in maize plants. In in the maize cobs in particular, or even the stem, trying to get that glucose in there. But they can stay in the cob until you take the maize for roasting, until the maize dries up. They reduce productivity. That's why of recent, Ugandan agricultural products have been stopped from the US market because of those inequalities caused by the pests. We also have what we call dangerous wild animals. When I say dangerous wild animals, I don't mean your goat at home, which you even scratch. I mean an animal like a lion. I mean an animal which is a reptile, like a snake. I mean an animal, a snake like a cobra, which wakes up, opens the head, and gives you immediately, and you die within no minutes. One time, we were at home working in the garden. We had a rock nearby. Cobras were hiding in that cold rock joint. So, by mistake, I stepped on the cobra. My brother noticed it, but me, I was only feeling something cold below my feet. So, it rose up to bite to give me, but because I had to come and teach you this lesson and live longer, surely, I jumped like as if I was a movie star, and then my brother kicked the cobra down. You can find something like a python. A python is also in the family of snakes, but for it's a bit bigger. It kills by licking the body, making the body slippery and swallowing, or it can rotate itself around you by bounding and squeezes you very well. Then it swallows you when it is really okay. And after swallowing you, it will stay in one place like for 2 months. What people call hibernation in biology, I think, hibernating. Then even grasses can start growing through it. Then later on, when the food is fully decomposed, it can move away. So all those are hidden in rocks. So as you enjoy your rocks, be aware of such scenarios which can be a threat to man. The pests like squirrels attack crops. You can have groundnuts. On top you are seeing the leaves are okay, you salivate, but when you harvest, you find nothing. Squirrels have chewed everything. So, as I wind up this video today or tonight, I'm giving a second assignment. Don't tell me why I'm giving you an assignment. I want you to exercise. I want you to apply the knowledge you have been studying since you began in these concurrent videos. And I've said that in part A, account for the formation of sedimentary rocks in East Africa. If you've been very keen, I have always been giving you different types of questions. Why? Any question can be said. For example, they can say, account for the formation of sedimentary rocks in East Africa. Surely, account for, you must define sedimentary rocks. You describe the conditions and characteristics, then how it is formed fully. If possible, illustrate very well to scoop all the 12 marks. Don't think that the man will play to get the 12 marks. Remember, people who mark these exams, they mark them out of impression. If you don't impress them, they will give you 0. Then results will come back and you may repeat senior 5 for the 50th year after lockdown. Then part B, of what importance are sedimentary rocks to man? You can borrow a leaf from the importances I have just been explaining. In other words, it's been a great lesson since we began with a general look at the rocks, and now we're almost coming towards the end. But next time around, I'll come with a different idea about rocks, then we can see how we can wind up this topic. Nice time.